MICAT 1 for the year 2024-26 batch, and the ones who appear on the examination, only they know that how difficult this examination is. Most of the people don't write, very few people write this examination, and this is the most difficult MBA entrance examination, because some of the questions have 8 options. Especially in VRC section, it is in the English section it becomes quite difficult when you have 8 options and you have to choose one of those, and especially when you have those fill in the blanks with 8 options. So you need to know the blanks in each of the cases, so that there are multiple combinations and you need to choose the best one. Now coming to this year's analysis, it was like past year only, like what we had in 2023. This time I found the reasoning section slightly easier. Divergent and convergent thinking, that is called. I found it slightly easier in terms of questions, like a few questions on visual reasoning and few questions on series. So जो series based question आए थे, that were quite simple. With basic logic one could have dealt with those questions, and similarly the visual reasoning questions I found them easy. Rest of them there was quite very lengthy questions also, like arrangement based and all. So one should have ideally skipped those and attempted those handful of questions to secure like 3 to 4 marks in the reasoning section. Coming to the general awareness section, this time it was easy, right? Few of the questions were like the parent companies, like it was asked Alphabet is a parent company of which organization, like that. So I believe most of the people would have attempted that. Similarly, there was another question on acquisitions, like Blinkit is of Zomato, right? Flipkart and Walmart. So those kind of questions I believe people might have been able to attempt. And there were a few more questions also. So in GQ also maybe 2 to 3 questions a person could have done, and did not remember there is negative marking in this paper. So it was sort of thing that you attempt few questions but you attempt them correctly. So a handful of questions in the GK section, few questions in the LR section, right? Now the thing is, quant and verbal, those were the game. Okay, so if one scored well on those sections, could score overall decent. Okay, now quant was very difficult, right? जो लोग CAT पे रो रहे थे, if they had attempted this paper, they would have realized कि CAT और ZAT पे उसके सामने कुछ भी नहीं होता. There were questions on hardcore trigonometry. DI was like quite calculation intensive. They had given some table and revenue, and then given X is the average of this and this. Find root X plus Y plus some number in decimals. Then apart from that, like the other questions also, questions from number system, from probability, all were quite heavy questions, except a few questions. Maybe based upon your strength you could have picked a few questions, like 4-5 क्वेश्चन किसी ने अटेम्प्ट कर लिए हो, उसमें से अगर 3 भी सही हो जाते हैं, इट इज़ गुड इनफ टू सेल थ्रू. एंड देन इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द वर्बल एबिलिटी सेक्शन, अगेन वेरी डिफिकल्ट. 8 ऑप्शंस, ठीक है. जो लोग पेपर नहीं देते हैं उन्हें पता नहीं होगा, बट जो देते हैं ओनली दे कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट how to deal with 8 options. Fill in the blanks, the options are very close, right? You need to know the exact word, not the synonym of the word, to fill in the blanks. And like you had one word substitution, you had questions on idioms and phrases that need to be entered into the blanks. Then match the following. There was a parajumble with 8 sentences. Now you can imagine कि parajumble है, there was parajumble with 5 sentences, odd one out, sentence filler like you have in CAT. So all those mixed varieties of questions and quite difficult ones. Okay, now the thing is, how could one have ideally attempted the paper is picked a handful of questions in reasoning, especially those series based ones. ठीक है, तो अगर series आपकी सही निकल गई होगी, so you could have managed to score a few marks. And some GK questions, 2-3 GK questions. Your GK should be good enough, right? If your GK is good, you could have easily attempted 2 to 3 questions and scored there, and maybe 1 or 2 questions in quant and verbal. So all in all, अगर आपका 10 marks भी बन जाते हैं इसमें out of 70, okay, this will be good enough to clear the cutoff. Last year भी around 8 marks पे भी लोगों को call आ गई थी, 8-9 marks पे भी. Okay, I remember some people getting 8 marks, and like if your CAT percentile is, let us say, 80 plus, even 10 marks would do. 80 85 अगर आपकी CAT percentile है, 10 marks with MICAT. And if you happen to score more than 15 marks, then you are very likely to convert as well, because for initial shortlist 50% weight to MICAT and 50% to CATs at other schools. And if we talk about the फाइनल कन्वर्जन, देयर ऑल्सो MICAT हैज़ 30% वेट. सो अगर MICAT में आपका अच्छा स्कोर आता है, यू हैव गुड चांसेस ऑफ कन्वर्जन. टुडे इन द आफ्टरनून आई विल टेक अ सेशन डिस्कसिंग some of the questions which I attempted, okay, and happen to note them down. So we will discuss those questions at 2 p.m. So don't forget to watch this video, and please do like this stream for this analysis session which no other person would be doing. And in case you are preparing for MICAT 2, ठीक है, क्योंकि कई लोग 1 नहीं देते हैं, 2 बहुत लोग दे देते हैं, क्योंकि तब तक ZAD भी ख़त्म हो जाता है, SNAP and all will be over. For them I would like to suggest that focus on a handful of questions, like become strong in few sections, like जैसे रीजनिंग है, उसमें कोई टॉपिक में आप स्पेशली रीजनिंग तो कर लोगे. क्वांट यू कैन पिक अ हैंडफुल ऑफ टॉपिक्स लाइक अरिथमेटिक, right, or you could pick number system. So a handful of questions, plus GK is important here, because GK it does not take much time to attempt those questions and you score marks easily on that. All right, so out of 70 the cutoff will be around 10. ठीक है, जो एप्टीट्यूड है, साइकोमेट्रिक आपको पास करना पड़ता है. अच्छा, साइकोमेट्रिक दैट सेम पैटर्न, 150 क्वेश्चन, सेम क्वेश्चन जो लास्ट ईयर आए थे. आई रिमेंबर सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस, वो लास्ट ईयर वाले ही क्वेश्चन थे. एंड व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द डिस्क्रिप्टिव पार्ट, दिस टाइम द डिस्क्रिप्टिव क्वेश्चन वाज व्हाट इफ सोशल मीडिया गेट्स रियल, ओके, एंड फॉर अगेंस्ट, एंड हाउ कैन managers use this real picture of social media to improve the functioning of their team. And then there was that 4 image thing. In one there was a red square, there was a barber cutting like shaving a person, okay, and then there was another image which was of some hotel, and 4th image was a chariot. So it was easy to build story also this time. Right, so let's meet at 2 p.m. wherein we will discuss the questions which were asked in the paper, and the ones who are appearing on ZAT, it will help you as well, because ZAT में इस तरह के questions आते हैं, so it will be helpful for you. So don't forget to watch that session at 2 p.m. and please do like this stream before you sign off. So thanks for watching this video.